Hello everybody and welcome back to Mercury Farms with me, CWATTYESO here in my Start From Scratch Hard Economic Difficulty Let's Play series. Right, I have accepted 2 contracts and I'm going to go to the store to buy the additional bit of equipment I need to be able to do those 2 contracts and to do similar contracts going forward. Have a bit of a look and a see. So I'm going to go see Doris here in the store. See what she's got for me. Good afternoon, Doris. Right, I need a cultivator of some sort. 39 grand. I'm going to take that one. It's cheap as chips. That one, the Sapphire from the Giants Mod Hub. I love that little cultivator. It's a good size and a good price. So let's do it. Right. 13 grand. So obviously we're not going to actually make that money back from doing the contract. These 2 contracts that I've accepted. Helps if I actually reverse up to the machine. There we go. Right, so let's have a look then. I've accepted them. They should be at the top of the list. We have got cultivating on field 41, cultivating on field 47. Right, let's have a look. 41 is pretty much just down the road from me, and 47 is a little bit north of me. Now, I'm trying to figure out how I get to field 41. I think I have to go. That was probably a bit wrong of me to pull out into that traffic like that, but hey ho. The traffic does move a little bit quicker. I have sped the traffic up a little bit on the map. Since the last video, I've gone in and tweaked it a little bit just to make the vehicles a little bit quicker, because sometimes they are a little bit slow driving from point to point. Oh, careful not to drive on the guy's crops. So field 41's this little poxy little field down here. It's not going to take me too long to do this. This is the field that we harvested. So I'll get this. Good thing about a 6-metre cultivator, it doesn't take a lot of time to do little fields like this. Oh, watch out. Oh, don't get it stuck. Should probably remove the hedges. Drop that down. I'm going to do a little bit of a headland, otherwise it just becomes a little bit finicky to do this, and I'm not having to use the GPS because the field's so small and ridiculous and it's not needed. But I figured we'd do a couple of little cultivating job opportunities using our New Holland that we bought, outlaid on. The contract screen still seems to be full of harvesting jobs, and I'm a bit reluctant to start any of them so late in the day, especially with the forecast being cloudy. That could very quickly turn into rain. So I'm only going to do harvesting contracts on sunny days. Learnt my lesson. Don't think there's any transporting contracts for me to accept and take. So we may have to have a look. We may have to go back and do either some fertilising jobs or possibly look into doing some sowing jobs if we've got sowing jobs available that we can do with our seeder. So contract on field 41 is finished, but technically I will make sure I actually do the full field, tick off all the boxes. Right, and then we've got to go up to field 47, wasn't it? So, we're done. Left that one there. Back up to the little camp area that I've established. A wonderful little camp. And we'll see. So field 47 is literally right behind my tent, more or less. To my right. So I've got to go all the way up to that top corner, look, to get into that field. Which means I've got to go out of here. There's sunflower harvest needing to be done on that field. Right, we may utilise a bit of a GPSage for this field because this field's a bit bigger. So we will get an A point placed. And get a B point placed. We'll fold that down. We'll auto width, which is now 6. Perfect. We'll drive that back. And away we go. Lovely, lovely spot of. Now, if I press this button to turn the hood off, I'm guessing that becomes an issue. with the screen. Right, I'm going to do a headland, or just a good little strip down here, just to make it a bit easier for me to turn around at the edge of the field. Do this strip up here. And finally whiz along the top and then just basically work up and down across the field. The job will be done. And tractor will be quite happy. Right, let's back her up. Spin around. Drop it down. Now, I know I didn't really give people much of an option when I bought the New Holland T6 Blue Power. as my first vehicle, but I would like people to leave their comments and stuff in the videos as to what equipment and what tractors and vehicles and stuff I should buy. And basically, depending on how many sort of thumbs up those comments get, will help me determine basically what vehicles we're going to add to this series. Basically, you, the viewer, can determine what I'm going to end up using and adding to my fleet on this series, rather than me just constantly making all the choices about what tractors and vehicles and stuff like that. It's a bit more interactive for you lot watching the videos. Also encourages you to comment, which is a big thing. You know, interacting with the videos, clicking that like button if you haven't done so already, making sure you've hit the subscribe button if you're not already doing so, and sharing the video, you know. It's a lovely afternoon though here on Mercury Farms. Get this cultivating job done. We'll see then what I decide to do for the rest of the evening. Like I say, I was thinking about maybe selling my bit of land back. That'll get me about an extra 40 grand back in the budget. I'm trying to think what I would like to buy on the map. So there's a lovely area over there with the BGA and the grass field next to it that would be fantastic for me, as would maybe buying this field here. And basically what I could do then is I could just basically do like BGA stuff. I could do like lots of grass, make lots of silage, deliver that to the BGA, make money from the BGA. The digestate I then produce, I can apparently sell at the garden centre, so that wouldn't be a bad thing. That would be a good way. I can sell the digestate to the garden centre, apparently on this map, as a source of making income. Obviously I could also do other things with the grass. I could make hay and stuff like that, which I could then sell to the animal dealer, I believe, because obviously they need to feed the animals that they keep in stock. I could make stuff like hay. I could make obviously silage, which again they would need to feed to animals. So there's that avenue of possibility of things to explore. And obviously I could do bales in that case and sell bales to the animal dealer. There's possibilities on this Let's Play series to not do like a traditional buy fields and harvest like crops. And something I would, as I say, like to do, because I do feel that the pitfall to the farming simulator game is you do tend to fall into the same trap and cycle on whatever map you play on, because the gameplay options are a little bit limited. You pretty much just end up seeding field, growing field, harvesting field, repeat. Buying more fields, planting more crops, harvesting more crops, repeat. So it's nice that I'm doing a series where I'm not falling into that pitfall from the bat. I'm trying to, as I say, start things a bit different. The fact that I'm on start from scratch mode and hard economic difficulty is also a real eye-opener, because normally I do new farmer. Every map I start I do new farmer, because I like to have a farm, like I suppose a lot of people do, and I like to have a starting fleet of equipment, even if that fleet of equipment is usually pretty rubbish, and you end up selling it off very quickly and replacing it with the vehicles of your choosing, your preferred vehicles. So yeah, it's definitely an experience for me to play the game in this manner, with start from scratch, hard economics, and try and see if I can carve out a career for myself as either a contractor or what. This field's quite... This must be one of the, the bigger fields on the map, I think. Field 47. I quite like the blue paint. It's even got a buddy seat, look. It's even got a buddy seat. You could bring someone along to sit in the tractor with you and they could be quite happy. Fortunately, I don't have any friends yet. Anyway, we'll get the 2 contracting jobs done. That'll take me up until about tea time, I suppose, in game. And have a bit of a look and then explore what else we're going to offer and what else we're going to do. I don't know if I'm going to do a fuel delivery today or not. I've thought about it. Doris has asked me, or has offered me the option to run the fuel down to the garden centre. They get through a lot because obviously the garden centre is supplying all the other farmers on the map with their red diesel and stuff. And I've got the truck and the tanker to be able to shift it. Could also do some water deliveries to the greenhouse, and I think to the the animal dealer. We only did 1 delivery to the animal dealer, didn't we? So there's that option, and then I could probably look at bringing some slurry back to the garden centre. Like I say, it's going to be a bit of a grind. Well, it's definitely going to be a grind in this mode, this game mode, and on this difficulty setting. It's definitely going to be a grind to make progress. You're going to have to do a lot of repetition of a lot of jobs, and you know, we'll have to see how things go. And we've also got to factor into the fact that obviously we're going to have to maintain our own vehicles and stuff, repair them. We're going to have to refuel them when the time comes. I haven't yet bought myself a box of spanners to do my own repairs. I may just use the services from the vehicle store until such time as I'm a bit more proficient in knowing how to service my own stuff and things. A little bit more of a field to do. We're getting there slowly and surely. Slow and steady wins the race, as they say. A couple of contracts in the bag. Today's probably going to be a bit of a lost leader of a day though, because obviously we've bought the tractor and stuff, so yeah, it's going to be quite expensive. We bought the seeder, we've bought the cultivator, so we're probably going to be more out. We're not going to have, today's not going to be a positive bank balance day. Today's definitely going to have red on the ledger. Well, at least we're getting there. We're making some progress. Like I said, we've got a tractor, we've got a seeder, we've got a cultivator. That's a couple of boxes ticked at this point in time. Don't yet have a plough. I'm not sure how crucial and critical that's really going to be. I don't know how many ploughing jobs we tend to get offered. We've got a fertiliser, so that's not a problem. Technically, harvester would be a smart move, but really, is owning our own harvester really going to help us? It's a big, expensive outlay if we're not going to have our own fields and produce our own crops and stuff. But again, that might be something for down the line, but not necessarily to produce crops to sell, but to produce and not produce all crops. But I was thinking of doing things like maybe doing like seed manufacturing, maybe fertilizer manufacturing, because there's an avenue and opportunity on this map to sell stuff like that. You can sell seed to the garden centre, you can sell fertiliser to the garden centre. So if I could get into a situation where I'm able to maybe have some production buildings, and I can produce fertiliser, liquid fertiliser, maybe produce lime, sell lime to the garden centre. Again, different ways of making money without having to maybe do traditional farming. Obviously, to make seed, I would need a field where I can harvest some wheat or barley or oats or something like that I can then turn into seed. So we might need a little bit of land somewhere to do that. In which case then we would need our own little harvester vehicle. Definitely require. I'm just going to have a bit of a scout round, maybe after doing these contracts, I'm going to have a bit of a scout round and have a look at the area over there, have a look at the BGA and the field surrounding it, and see if it's maybe something that I ought to be thinking about possibly casting my eye at. You know, maybe we could use that, turn it into basically a production facility for ourselves to produce things, to take up fill an area on the market that's not being filled by anybody else, you know. Provide services to other farmers, you know, basically provide them with the option to get seed and fertiliser. They can buy it from us. We could produce it locally, sell it to them. It's an opportunity. I like maps that come with lots of options. I've probably said that time and time again. Maps that offer you the option to sell stuff that's not traditionally, found on, mapped by Giants, for example. Giants maps don't allow you to sell things like seed and fertiliser and digestate and that. So mod offers that include that definitely give the players options. Lovely big grass area there. That would make a lot of, a lot of hay, silage. We could probably then make TMR, but we'd probably need straw. I mean, stuff like that, straw I can buy. I could buy stuff like that. Right, so let's have a look then. At the BGA facility here on Mercury Farms. So yeah, it's a nice looking map. Nice looking BGA. Good tip trigger. I can get my digestate from over here. Let's have a look at the map. So that's the biogas. And then there's this big area here, which is 275,000, which includes grass field. I think a grass field. I'll have to double check that. We've got some, we'll have some nice clamps for making and producing silage initially until we get production facilities. I think I've broke this. It got stuck on the clamp wall. I could probably do with a chainsaw to maybe strip out the hedges, fencing back there, or maybe not. Maybe remove a few of the trees so I could access this area. And this area is all just basically grass then, so mowing would be a very feasible thing to do on here. And then, like I say, we've got the option to come through. We would have field 60, which we could use for acquiring different bits and pieces we need. We could periodically rotate it. Like I say, it's got grass on it at the minute, but we could put a wheat crop on there just to get enough wheat to be able to make seed and stuff. It pretty much comes right up to the shop, which is ideal. But it's 275 grand. That's a lot of money. And I don't have that kind of money yet. Somebody wants some weeding doing. Somebody wants some fertilising, which I could do. Field 54. Might do that quick. That shouldn't take me too long. There's a good transporting job there as well I could do. Field 20. I'm going to do fertilising jobs, I might as well queue them up. Corn and potatoes, yeah, we're not interested in that. Right, let's go back, grab the fertiliser spreader then, because we've now got 2 fertiliser jobs to do before the end of the day. Truck, grab me fertiliser spreader. The 54 I think is down the bottom of the map, if I remember correctly. Yes it is. And what was the other one? What was the other field? Was it 21? I want to say 21? 20. Which is the cotton field just down there. Okay. Right. Let's not muck about. We can do field 20. And then we can proceed down to field 54. 2 more little contracts before the end of the day. These vehicles definitely travel that a little bit quicker now, look. Might even crank their speed up a little bit more yet. beepers on. There we go. Yeah, this is the field I did the sugar beet harvest on. So to get into that field, I've got to go all the way around here. And then back up. It's a bit of a ludicrous system, I won't deny that. But the good thing is, it ain't going to take as long to spray this field. Good investment this. If you've got a hook lift vehicle, get the hook lift fertiliser sprayer. It's a fantastic bit of kit. It really is. Fantastic bit of kit. Makes doing these jobs very simple. There we go. Contract on field 20 is finished. Let's maybe now go and have a look at doing one of the other jobs. 54, which is down by the Spa, I think. Probably past the Spa if I remember. It's this first one. So it's the one we it's the one we did the seeding, wasn't it? No. Because that's not got... Well, it might be. It's possibly canola. I unfolded the spreader. What are you talking about, Willis? There we go. I'll drive around this tree. I'll turn it off, but I'm not going to. Drive up here, contract will be done. Contract on field 54 is finished. Very nice. Get paid for that. Hopefully, fairly nice reward. Fertiliser jobs 1,269, 1,386. She wants to pay. Sophie wants to pay me £2.5 grand for doing some sowing, some barley, some cotton. I don't know if I can do cotton. Potatoes we can't do. Corn we can't do. And lots of baling. Not tempted to do baling jobs just yet, because again, buying a mower, buying a baler is going to be so yeah, you got to bale it, you got to mow it, you got to ted it, you got to bale it. So that's a lot of steps. A lot of steps for not a lot of money. Because if I TED it, I've got to windrow it then to be able to bail it. So that's 4 passes, pretty much, because you can't put a windrower on the front of a machine. Can't afford the big M yet, the mower, which would be one way of solving the issue. Right, 6 p.m. I suppose what I ought to do is go grab the tank, go grab a load of diesel from some red diesel from the store and take it down, deliver it to the garden centre for the close of business for today, and then we'll see what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow, probably, if the contract screen hasn't changed too much, we'll probably be doing some water deliveries to the animal dealership. Get them coughing up a bit more. Park this back over here. Like so. Oh, don't drive into it. Right, we'll grab the tanker. Like I said, we'll then go to the store, grab a load of diesel, take that down to the shop. And then that'll be today done and dusted. And we'll see what tomorrow brings. Here we go. I know I'm a long way from the pump, but there you go. There's a bit more realism for you then. I just didn't want to pay for fuel for my own truck yet because the tank, it's not really massively empty, is it? This is costing me quite a bit of money. Let's see what it comes out at for the full tank. It's usually about 60 grand in it, about that, 40 grand, something like that. £60 grand exactly for 48,000 litres. So let's see how much the garden centre pays us today. Put my indicator on, you can see it flashing. I'll also put my bacons on to let people know I am carrying a heavy load and it's a, you know, flammable chemical. They could do with being sped up a bit more, these vehicles, I think. Still just a touch too slow for my liking. They could do with having the speed doubled, almost. We can work that out, can't we? I can work that out off camera, what speed they need to be. This is where we're delivering. I mean, technically speaking, I could always use this vehicle as a mower. Or 117 grand, so we didn't quite make the full profit. I'm going to go get some water, because I don't know if I can sell water to the garden centre. I need to check that. That's probably not the right time or place to do the thing. Right, let's back it in here. Careful not to hoover the ducks up. Let's grab it and see, shall we, what happens. If the garden centre doesn't accept the water, then, well, the greenhouses are nearby, they will. Won't they? The garden centre would use water. They would use it not only for their own personal consumption and stuff, but for watering plants and things like that. They do. That's okay. So we've got animals, the animal dealership, we've got the greenhouses, and we've got this place accepting water, which is very useful. We've got 14 grand for it, so you make a little bit. I mean, you're not going to get mega rich doing water deliveries, but it's an opportunity. And like I say, we've got 240 grand now. We'll go back to the farm, we'll have a look at the finance screen, see how we've kind of ended today. I know we've, as I say, we spent some money on equipment and stuff, which will affect our profit rating for the day, and these vehicles need to get a move on. They're going a little bit too slow. I will jack them up on the next for the next video, I think. And what I'll probably do, I'll probably leave the tanker on this vehicle for tonight. We may use it in the morning and at the start of the next video to make a water run to the animal dealership, maybe bring some slurry back. Right, so get ready to spend another night here. We'll see how the contract screen changes. Like I said, there is one transporting job available. There might be a few more come the morning. Finances then, today we've lost 124,633. That was because we've bought vehicles and equipment, bits and bobs. We bought seed, we bought fuel, but we have managed to make 187 grand from the harvesting income, so for delivering the water, manure, stuff like that. And obviously we've made 20 grand from contracts. So yeah, all in all, another good day. And like I say, it's nice to see a few extra bits of equipment around my tent. So anyway, this has been the Mercury Farms map by Alien Jim. I've been CWATTYESO. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please go ahead, click that like button. If you're not already doing so, please subscribe to the channel. If you've got any questions, comments, suggestions or feedback, leave them in the comment section down below. And also feel free to share this video wherever and with whomever you see fit. It's been a long day. I'm ready for a rest. So goodbye for now.